Hello, I am Bookface. And we're back with the series of videos that, just like its topic, continues to rise from the dead and just won't stay down, no matter how much I try to beat it into submission. That sounded weird. But you know what? I don't care. This channel's all about weird. If you aren't here for weird, hi, could you subscribe anyways? But yeah, every time I do a zombie video, I feel that undoubtedly there aren't enough creatures that can be accurately described as zombies to do another one. Because zombie is a very vague descriptor. It is just undead that isn't a vampire, maybe. And so, definitely not anymore, right? Unless, along with me really liking the vibes of zombies, there's also a very specific reason I chose to make this video, which you'll see by the end, and boy, I'm already predicting that's going to be interesting. And also, there are a lot of other things I guess I could technically classify as zombies, but a lot of them seem kind of like arbitrarily related to other zombies I've already talked about, or just so minimal information the video would be like 3 minutes long. I mean, I've done that before, but, you know, don't try to make that a habit. So with all that out of the way, let's jump right in. Woo! First up, we have the Wiederganger, which is the one that made me realize, hey, Gengar is probably based off of the word Gangar, which is something related to the undead. Okay, so apparently the word Gangar doesn't have anything to do with the undead. It just means walker, which, interestingly enough, and like this is purely coincidence, Gengar is the only one in his evolutionary line with legs, so maybe, but probably not. Anyways, bye. Oh, this is editing Bookface. I don't know if I said that. Hi, this is the ghost of Bookface future to come. Yeah. I might be stupid and everyone's probably already realized that, but like, I think it's cool. I didn't know that. I might be dumb. This creature was considered either a zombie or a ghost. And I mean, what is a zombie but a very fleshy ghost? Right, guys? Its name means one who walks again in German. So, they're literally the Walking Dead. Oh, don't you put that copyright claim down! Put it down! These creatures are basically just known for causing problems and frightening living people. Oh, you mischievous little flesh-eating scamps. Ugh. You. They either return for revenge or because their soul can't leave due to something they did in their life. Basically, they get in a bad report card in life and now they're summer school purgatory. Next up, we have the Baycock. Okay, so this one, hold on a sec. If you know this, you're probably thinking, that's not a zombie. And you're kind of right. This isn't a zombie per se. There's a lot of details that don't really fit the mold of zombie. However, it is an undead creature, and I don't think it's a vampire. Sure doesn't sound like a vampire, and it looks undead. Look, my definition of zombie just seems to be physical body and isn't a vampire. Anyways, these are creatures from Ojibwe myths. Appears as a skeletal figure with skin hanging off, and it has translucent skin and red eyes. Translation to the art aspect of this means I had to draw 2 whole human skeletons, and man, I hate drawing skeletons. Those spooky, scary skeletons are only annoying, not spooky. They're just really difficult to draw. Get out of here. These creatures are also known for having a shrill cry. Oh god, it's a Baycock. And it either kills its prey with invisible arrows or it clubs them to death.
It can use weapons?
It can use weapons?
Yeah! Not only do these things wield weapons, they're dual wielding. Man, that's intimidating. It can also paralyze its prey and cut out their livers to eat. And, no joke, that sounds absolutely horrifying, especially if you're awake. Just being like, I can't move, like the worst sleep paralysis ever. And you just see this little skeleton gremlin come up and cut open your stomach, rip out an organ, and eat it. That's gonna need some therapy, my dude. Is this Eyeless Jack? If it is, then I guess you wouldn't even really notice. And if it finds a human asleep in the woods, I guess. You know what, if you're taking a nap in the woods, I feel like you're asking for this. Maybe that's why this story exists, telling people, hey, don't take a nap in the woods, idiot. But if it finds a sleeping human, it'll cut open their chest, take out a piece of their stomach to eat, without the person even noticing. The perfect crime. Oh, this is really Eyeless Jack. And what happened to the liver? I thought they liked liver. What is that, chopped liver? Get it? Ah, man, old jokes. I'm an old person, apparently. And lastly, we have the Fext. And if you don't want to hear a rant about research, skip to this point in the video. But if you want to hear the madness this creature has caused me, then continue on. Okay, so here's a little bit of the behind the scenes. The knowledge of this creature has plagued my existence since I first heard of it. The only source I could find was a wiki entry with pretty much no references. And, you know, I don't count the Forgotten Realms wiki or whatever it was as a credible source. It even has a disclaimer, this is not a credible source. And so recently I thought of it again because I'm making this big list of the unknown. It's crazy. It's got like 6,000 different creatures on it. It's tangent. I was like, hey, what if I look into that again? See if maybe I can find something. And it turns out there was a resource on that page. And I looked at that book, and this is its name. And you might notice that's not in English. I couldn't find any SparksNotes version of it, and even worse, I couldn't find an English translation of it anywhere. So this left me making the decision of I would either have to give up and let this creature continue to haunt my nightmares, or buy a book written completely in Czech, a language I do not speak, by the way, and hope Google Translate can do its best. So I had decided, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And I couldn't buy the book. Shockingly enough, this obscure Czechoslovakian book on the unknown is a little hard to get a hold of. So I ended up going to a website where you can download books, downloading a free PDF of the book, and because it's super old, I doubt anyone has a copyright on it. And I don't know. Don't blame me, blame the website I downloaded it from, which was a legit website. I will say that. It wasn't like, it wasn't freecheckbooks.com. I love the idea that there's just some very specific black market Czech book website. Anyways, that's a tangent. I don't mean to be making jokes here. I'm angry. So from there, I could finally do what I wanted to do, and which happened after searching for literal hours and being at least minorly plagued by this for years of not knowing how to find it. And so with all that effort, I got a paragraph, ran it through Google Translate, and did my research. Now you might think, wow, that's impressive. Just know, I'm not smart. I am just very stubborn and very willing to bang my head against the wall over and over and over again just to prove a point. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's see what the banging of my head has created over all this time. Ugh. So this form of undead creature was from eastern Bohemia and western Moravia. And the corpse did not disintegrate. Do corpses usually disintegrate? You just, as soon as somebody dies, just poof, dust. And this creature could not be killed by normal bullets. In fact, it was pretty much invincible, which is a little overpowered, not gonna lie, but you know, still pretty cool. And this is more of an assumption on my part, but I'm pretty sure they could pass for humans so they didn't look too undead, rotted. These creatures could only be killed by a glass ball or a glass peg with which you tie trees. I don't know what that means, but you know, something about glass. First off, I think I should point out how kind of funny it is that this thing is completely invincible to bullets, which are super sturdy and known for being very deadly, but its weakness is glass, a thing that will break if you drop it. Okay, so here's the plan. You do that dramatic bar fight thing where you smash a bottle and shank someone with a jagged edge. Boom. Instant Fext deal. Disclaimer, I don't condone. Don't stab people. That's a book-faced PSA. Don't stab people. And, okay, now I've got a Google translated direct quote from the book, which is right here. I'm citing my sources for once in my life. If a child is born in an amniotic sac, it should be carefully removed from it, dried, and worn under the left arm in adulthood. Then it is said to become a Fext. And I made that a quote because I have no idea what any of that is supposed to mean. The image I'm getting is a child being born and the amniotic sac coming with it, which I don't think is supposed to happen. Maybe it is. I don't know. I've never given birth. Then you take it out of the amniotic sac, you dry it off, and then you put it under your armpit. Are you supposed to leave it there until it becomes an adult? Because that's a lot of time under your armpit. And then that would make them a Fext? So I'm noticing there's not really any dead part in that. Pretty sure these are supposed to be undead. I don't know. I really don't know. If you have any idea what this is supposed to mean, hold on, I guess I can put up the quote in Czech, so if anyone reads Czech and knows what this is supposed to mean, please let me know. I'm so confused. And last little bit of information on them is that due to their sort of semi-invincible nature, it seems like there are a lot of people who believe that certain Fex were actually like war generals or people in the war in some capacity. The war, I think it's there's a 100 Years' War. That one's always mentioned specifically. I don't know why, but that's just the one that's brought up a lot. It's very specific. You know, having a bulletproof soldier seems a tad unfair. But I mean, that is war, I guess. And there we have 3 more undead kind of zombies. This episode was a mess. And this time, said this, I'm pretty sure almost every zombie video I've done, I believe that this one will actually be the last one. Because I don't think I can technicality my way into 3 more undead kind of zombie-ish creatures. I don't think it can happen. But you know, the killer always finds a way to get back up. Maybe this series will too. I don't know. If you have any ideas for more zombies that I have overlooked, note, please watch the other zombie videos so you can know. But if you have more zombies that aren't mentioned any of those, I mean, let me know. I'm very interested. I like zombies. If I can find 3 more, I will absolutely do another one of these. But if not, I'm not going to stress myself out about it. Conclusion for this video. I'm tired, don't stab people, and don't come back from the dead. Don't do it. No matter how much of a little scamp you are, don't do it. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye!